Hello. Hello. Is this where you're sitting? Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. About a year ago, I made a video about part-time law school being the shit. I still believe that, but in today's video, I'm gonna talk about the flip side of that coin and some things that make part-time law school maybe not so much the shit. It's Our Lady. Okay, bye. Actually, things that make it more like actual shit. If you want to learn what those things are, stay tuned. Before I get started, please hit me with a like and a subscribe. Also, if any of you have any comments or questions, please drop me a line down below. Or feel free to reach out to me on my Instagram account. I'll include my handle. It's the same as my YouTube handle, but just for ease of access, it's down there. I'm not sure why people are always surprised when I do respond to their comments and their outreach, but surprise, surprise, there's a real person behind these videos. I make them myself, I edit them myself, and honestly, it's all for the sheer purpose of informing people about what this process is like. I'm just a girl from Missouri out here trying to shine. As many of you know, I'm an evening student at Georgetown Law. And what that means is I work full-time. I go to all my law classes in the evenings. While I've had a great experience so far, I do want to be transparent about some of the drawbacks that I've experienced over the past couple of years. I'm going to talk about these drawbacks in two parts. Excuse me, hey, do you have to do that right now? This video is going to be the first of that upload, and I'll upload the second one in a couple of weeks. But to give you an overview, here are some of the things I'm going to talk about. 1, exhaustion. 2, time management. 3, credit distribution. 4, internships, summer associateships, and clerkships. 5, actually balancing your job with school. 6, competition between yourself and other law students. And 7, having a social life and networking. Alright, so let's get started with number 1. I thought I knew what it was like and what it felt like to be tired before I started law school. I'm here to tell you now that I didn't. And I by no means had a light schedule before I started school. Even when I was in undergrad, I worked 20 hours a week, and I balanced that with a full-time class schedule. But when I started law school, that is when I found out what real exhaustion feels like. I'm like basically the sleepiest bitch you'll ever meet. And what that translates to is I have to be really selective with the things that I give my energy to. Now, I don't know if part of that is just me getting old, or if it's me having a lot of things that I have to balance all at the same time. But either way, reading and class prep work and all of that pretty much consumes about 70 to 75% of my time outside of work and class. Sometimes I don't even turn on my TV for days or weeks. And not because I don't want to, but mostly because I'm just too tired to turn it on. Have you ever been so tired you couldn't turn on your TV? That's ridiculous. Which brings me to my second point. My time as a full-time employee and part-time law student means that time is my love language. This has made scheduling my best friend, but it also means that I don't get to accommodate pretty much any last-minute requests or anything. My life works 2 to 3 weeks in advance, and I have to write everything down in a calendar. Now, I know I'm complaining, and I shouldn't complain, but it is nice to have the spontaneity in your schedule sometimes, and that's a luxury that I'm not really afforded as a part-time law student. Also, weekday activities, you could forget it, I wish. That brings me to my third point, which is credit distribution. I've mentioned this in one of my previous videos, but in short, when you're an evening law student, you complete your degree, or you have the option to complete your degree in 4 years instead of 3 years. That sounds great in theory, but here's where it gets tricky. You still have to complete 85 credits. Okay, so as a part-time law student, you can complete your degree in 4 years instead of the typical 3 that it takes a full-time law student. And if my memory serves me correctly, you could spread out your degree for up to 6 years, which, oh my god, I can't do that. I can't do that. Either way, whether you're here for 3 years or 6 years, you gotta complete 85 credit hours. Now, if you're someone like I was last year and you don't want to junk up your summer with taking classes, that equates to about 21 credit hours per year, which means that you take 11 credit hours in one semester and 10 credit hours in the second semester. Or you could flip it, but either way, 21 is what you need for the year. And unfortunately, no matter how you play it, that equates to about 4 classes per semester, on top of a full-time work schedule. And y'all, especially when exam time rolls around, that is a lot. For example, last semester, which I'm pretty sure almost ended me, I had to take 3 exams and write a 35-page paper, all at the end of the semester, and I was super stressed. I mean, stress is just my MO now. Like, I'm never not stressed, I'm just a constant ball of stress. During the 2 weeks for exams, I didn't leave my apartment. I looked like a zombie. I was a zombie. Honestly, this is the ghost of me talking right now. And on the off chance that you decide that you don't want to take that many credit hours your fall and your spring semesters, you can take summer classes. But those have their own drawbacks too, because by the time the spring semester ends, the summer is pretty much beginning either the day or the week after, which means that you don't get any break between those 2 semesters, and summer classes are held at an accelerated pace. So if you take summer classes while you cut down on your load for the fall and the spring semester, you're also sacrificing your beloved summer, which, trust me, you're probably gonna want to enjoy. Me, for example, one of the last things I want to do after taking exams is learn more information. After taking 10 to 11 credit hours every semester, I'm so tired that taking summer classes sounds like an attractive option. In other words, this is a marathon. Alright, so there we have it. Part 1 of my drawbacks of part-time law school video. Your girl needs a break. But anyway, that's all I got for today. If you want to hear about the other drawbacks of part-time law school, make sure you tune into my next video, where I'll be talking about internships, summer associateships, and clerkship opportunities, quitting your job, competition, and social life. That's all I got for today, and I'll see y'all in a couple of weeks.